man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, let's talk some boxing. Once again, appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love and support. Best way to support the channel is to share the videos. And we're going to talk about Abel Sanchez saying that David Benavidez is the guy to beat Canelo. Bernard basically backing Charlo to get Canelo his toughest fight. And also, we get to Shakur Stevenson saying he'll beat Loma every round if they fought at 130. Make sure you share the video. Appreciate the love and support. And, you know, to be honest, the best guy to beat Canelo right now is Charlo. Benavidez used to beat on Golovkin in the gym. Or I remember when he was beating on him and Abel Sanchez was giving his props. And he very may well have a great chance to beat Canelo as well. He very may well go ahead and beat on Canelo. But my issue with Benavidez is no out-the-ring discipline. And then people talk about, well, Caleb Plant ain't fighting nobody. Neither is Benavidez. You know, how you go from struggling with, Ronald Garville, you know, to fighting Canelo Alvarez? That's my question. And very may well, he may train harder and be in better shape to fight him, but just him being out of the ring, and then his chin is questionable. He got dropped by Garville. You know what I'm saying? And that might have just been a fatigue drop. But with him, there's no consistency with him being consistent outside the ring with his discipline. At one point, they said I think I seen him on Ellie Setback, but I heard this. He was like a 340-pound teenager. You know, and really the question is, can he make 168 pounds again? That's the question. And now, if you can't make 168 pounds for a title or to defend your title, how you going to make it again? And the rumor was he was moving up. You know, he was moving up until he seen Benavidez had the title. And to be honest, he wasn't ready for that. You know, what is he, 24, 25 years old? He's not ready for that. That's a dude that's probably in his prize fighting prime right now. You know, so that was the issue. When they looked to see who had the title, they like, sheesh. You know, Mason's snoring his sleep. But either way, you know, he very may well be ready. But then again, he got to show some discipline, bro. Him and his brother don't have zero discipline. For somebody that had a father, you know, in their camp, they got no discipline. He got really good good hand speed. You know, he loved to come pressure. But then again, we ain't seen the best of him yet, in my opinion. We ain't seen the best. He very may well be the one that beat Canelo Alvarez. You know, but Abel Sanchez seeing him at his best, beating on Triple G. And I seen that interview. He was like, man, you know, and Triple G didn't want to fight on Cinco de Mayo the year he fought Vargas Monterosian. So, you know, they're very mad. But then again, he could be a great star for Triple G and bad star for Canelo. But you just got to see something shake with him. And him and Caleb Plant, we ain't seen them fight nobody. And to be honest, who y'all want them to fight? Billy Joe Saunders just got a title. Callum Smith came out of nowhere. So it ain't a division where it's killers. In my opinion, the only division that got killers is 100, as far as the bigger divisions. I'm going to say 140 pounds and up. I say 130 and up. Only division that got killers is 154 pounds. And they got killers who fighting killers. 154 pounds is the best division in boxing. Ain't no ducking, ain't no jiving, ain't no tap dancing. Everybody fighting each other. Everybody. Jared fought Tony. Tony fought Jamil. Jamil, he fought Trout. Jamil fought Rosario. He probably going to fight J-Rock soon. So everybody in there just banging. And that's why I put Jamil Charlo pound for pound on my list at number 5. Because he fighting. He in a division that's the best. People can welterweight the belts, but it ain't nothing but a weight. Everybody ain't banging with each other. Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, a lot of them dudes been at that division for years, and all of a sudden they just want to start dancing with each other. 35, everybody ain't fighting each other. You can have Undisputed without fighting the actual WBC title holder in Devin Haney. You get under 130 pounds, then, or 122 and under, then you get the banging. That's what I'm saying. They putting Golovkin pound for pound, but what has he done? In his career, he's never been pound for pound. His best fight for the longest was Kassim Oma. Then it became Danny Jacobs. Then he had Sergey Derevyanchenko, who struggled to beat Jack Colclough, who Demetrius did struggle to beat too, Andrade. So, I mean, with David Benavidez, he's an amazing young fighter, but His discipline is what's gonna get him, and he may not make 168 pounds no more. So we gotta have that conversation as well. He may not be 168 pounder no more. So I mean, everybody say who should be Canelo. You know, oh, Crawford don't fight nobody, or Jamil don't. This nigga Canelo fought Rocky Fielding, for God's sakes. He fought Rocky Fielding. And people talking about he got the best resume. Yeah, he got the best resume. You know, but other than that, he can fight anybody he want to. Crawford can't fight everybody he want to. Jamel can't fight everybody he want to. But then again, Canelo ain't never knocked a motherfucker out in an elite fight. Never. Never. For a guy that's have a reputation of knocking people up. Even Kovalev took a dive. And he was drained. You know, but I can back Abel Sanchez in about a year or two if Benavidez get his business together. Yeah, I can see that. But then, as well with Charlo, which Bernard Hopkins deemed to be a good fight, he disciplined, he ready, he hungry. He ready right now. It's like I'm ready from Little Caesars. He ready. You know, he ready to put in the work. He ready to fight. You know, and that's the difference. You know, it's a reason why Canelo didn't want to fight Andrade, Andrade, Jamel, Jamal. It's a reason. You know, he got a problem with the actual slick and athletic fighters. People want to say he's the best. He's just a product of matchmaking. He's the product of them breaking fights allegedly behind the scenes. That's it. Canelo, if he didn't have Golden Boy or he wasn't a popular Mexican, that nigga had 20 losses throughout his career. Imagine people he robbed in Mexico. And I'm just being 100% honest. So we look at Jamal Charlo. He got the speed. He got power. He got the chin. And people say, look at him, what happened to Korobov? Well, Korobov is southpaw. Same thing happened with Austin Trout. He is southpaw. Southpaw is getting Charlo too much trouble. Last time I checked, Canelo wasn't no southpaw. Excellent fighter, good hand speed. But then again, who else you seen in a fight where Canelo Alvarez clearly just dominate and whip their ass and there's no question about it? No, you see him do that to Ryan Rose, Jose Cotto, Matthew Haddon, Shane Mosley. Against those guys, not the Lauras, not the Trouts, not the Floyds, not the Golovkins. He don't separate himself. He do it versus the Rocky Fielding. You don't really see separation. When Floyd was at his peak, and you seen separation. If it wasn't separation, he gave you a rematch. With Canelo, it ain't no separation. You know, he couldn't even stop Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He was draining. We talking about this the best fighter in the world. Fuck out of here. He ain't the best fighter in the world. If he was the best fighter in the world, he wouldn't have to shoot shit up his ass. He wouldn't need the judges. Crawford ain't never need the judges, and since he got with Top Rank for, you know, he ain't really never need the judges to do him no favor. Canelo got more favorable judgments than any fighter since Julio Cesar Chavez and Oscar De La Hoya. Tell me I'm lying. Who relied more on the judges to give him the benefit of the doubt than Canelo in this era? You can say, well, Floyd, you know, Jose Castillo, he fought him again. Madonna, he fought him again. Canelo Alvarez's career is really benefited by the judges. Think about Crawford since he been on Top Rank. He ain't need the judges. He ain't need a favorable decision. Think about Earl Spence. He ain't need a favorable decision. I'm gonna make something right here. A lot of people ain't gonna like this. Canelo Alvarez, without being a special looking Mexican, would be Sean Porter. If Sean Porter was a Mexican that looked like Canelo Alvarez, he wouldn't have to draw with Julio Diaz. He wouldn't have to fight him again. He would have beat Keith Thurman. He would have beat Kell Brook with the same performances. He'd have beat Kell Brook. He'd have beat Earl Smith with those same performances. Sean Porter would not have a loss on his resume. He would not have a draw. If Sean Porter was Canelo Alvarez, if he was Saul, whatever his name, that ain't even his real name. Look, his real name is some other shit. If he was looking like Canelo Chavez Sr., that nigga wouldn't have a loss on his resume. Tell me I'm lying. And if you say the Charlo brothers with some Hispanic, Mexican brothers, if he was the Chavez brothers, and with that same resume, people be dick sucking them and say they the greatest fighters of all time. They definitely pound for pound. If Golovkin was a nigga, they'd say he a bum, he need to fight somebody. It's all about colorism. All about colorism. Now, if there's some great fighters that was Hispanic that didn't need them, no, that was just great. Yeah, Salvador Sanchez, Ricardo Mayorga, Juan Marquez, Eric Morales, Barrera, a lot of great fighters. Real talk. If Anthony Joshua was from Harlem, would he have the support that he had in the UK? Absolutely not. Or if he came out of Nigeria, the fucking English muffins wouldn't care nothing about him. So we have him in a real opposition, and then you got guys like Coppinger and Dan Rayfield. You got all these writers that act like we tripping. Like it ain't no colorism, or they ain't paid to speak these dudes up. Just keeping it 100%. It's just my opinion. It ain't even an opinion. To me, it's fucking factual that this happened. Imagine if Teofimo Lopez won from Central America. He was from he was of Mexican descent. He beat Lomachenko. They be throwing rose petals at his feet like he Prince Akeem. And that's what boxing. Boxing is the ultimate racial colorism sport. Tell me I'm lying. It's the ultimate. Name me another, other than people from the continent of Africa, that went through more than blacks in boxing. Look at Jack Johnson. Sonny Liston was allegedly controlled by the mob. If Canelo Alvarez was from fucking Compton, he would never get, with that skill set, he'd probably become a world champion in boxing, but they wouldn't call him a great fighter. All he got to do more. He barely beat Austin Trout with open scoring. He couldn't knock out Miguel Cotto. He couldn't knock out the Shane Mosley. He's not that good. Floyd Mayweather beat him every round. If he was black, Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even give him a fight. We all praise Floyd, but he perpetuates the colorism. Floyd ain't saying, I'm going to give this brother opportunity. Hell no, Floyd was just a scary, name me a more scarier fighter than Floyd. I'll wait. Floyd was just a scary black fighter that hated his skin color. That's it. Floyd don't want to be black. Daddy is good. He don't want to be black. He feed into this Hispanic shit. You would think Hispanics created boxing. No, Queensberry Rule started over in England. And if England didn't start boxing, if my memory serves me correctly, it may not have a heartbeat over there. But I remember they had this song on the radio. It should be like a little like gimmicks. Who you with? Where you from? That's what matters most in boxing. Who you with more? Where you from? If Anthony Joshua was born in Harlem, tell me I'm lying. If Anthony Joshua was born in Harlem, would he be the fighter? Would he have the following that he had? Hell no. If Floyd's born in Mexico, he'd be the greatest fighter of all time with the same body of work. Boxing is about who you with, where you from. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Blacks only care about football and basketball. Don't care about no fucking boxing. And that's due to the promoters for not doing it the right way. But at the same time, Jamal Charlo, that's a fight that Canelo should want to see. You know, to vindicate himself about struggling with black folk. But if he's struggling to rob Jamal Charlo, then it look like this. People say, oh, Canelo got a great chin. Who he got hit by? Triple G. You know, Triple G didn't drop Sergey Derevchenko. He dropped Danny Jacobs because he was switching from lefty to righty or righty to lefty to righty. So who really he got hit by? So, you know, him fighting Jamal Charlo, not saying he's the hugest puncher, but he one of them dudes, he one of them rare dudes who can punch and who got a chin. And he know Jamal Charlo gonna be on him like white on a cracker. Like white on rice. He already know what it's gonna be. So he don't want to go through that. A guy that's gonna take his best punch and keep on trucking. Jamil too. He don't want that. It wasn't Golden Boy that was telling Canelo to duck and not making the buck. Canelo just a master ducker. He don't want to take no risks. He got all the money in the world. He don't want to take no risks. And that's the whole boxing. Some boxers got 10% of his gross that he's grossed in boxing. And they acting like they the shit. Look at my wrist, damn. Look, you know, they think they the shit. You know, and Al Hammond got him thinking like that. Al Hammond started overpaying fighters first. All fighters. He was paying dudes like Keith Thurman who had secondary belts like they was undisputed champions. You know? But to me, Jamal right now is the fight to make for Canelo. And then tomorrow, and down the line, then David Benavidez. If he can get his shit together. He may not can make 168 pounds no more. Who knows? But, yeah. Let's end off with this one. Shakur Stevenson said he can beat Lomachenko 12 rounds to none every round. And that's his MO. It ain't like he an amateur, excuse me. His MO is just to outbox people. He ain't trying to knock nobody out, and that's what's gonna work against him. A knockout artist is easier to sell than a guy that's boxing for 12 rounds. But to me, I think that's gonna be a hard time outboxing Lomachenko for 12 rounds. What y'all think? I don't think he gonna outbox him for 12 rounds. You know, if you outbox Lomachenko for 12, I can see you knocking out Lomachenko in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 rounds. Whatever round they go, I can see that happening. But I don't see him outboxing Lomachenko for 12 rounds. But maybe he can. That's the confidence that he got. Remember, they sparred together. And he seemed pretty confident after that sparring. But to me, that's a low-risk, no-reward fight on both ends. Shakur Stevenson lose to Loma, he garbage. He ain't better than T.O. Even if he beat T.O., you still lost to Loma. Loma loses to Shakur Stevenson, then he's going to be going back to Ukraine for retirement. So really, that's a fight that only makes sense at the pinnacle of them bringing all 4 belts together, or bringing at least 2 belts together, or at least having 1 belt. But that's my opinion. But, you know, I'm going to all be in like a wedgie in somebody's ass. I'm going to be in if they can make that fight happen expeditiously with no belts on. That's just really pretty much taking what Teofimo Lopez did and taking it to another level, talking that talk, talking the talk, and walking the walk, and becoming undisputed. And then if Shakur can say, fuck a title, I'll fight him without a title, then maybe more fighters will pretty much move. But this generation of fighters, Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Joshua Fury, we need to really like expunge them out of this era of boxing, because that era of boxing fucked it up. These young niggas like Ennis, Gary Anton Russell, Shakur, T.O., Devin Haney, these motherfuckers want to fight. So that's just my opinion on it, man. Let me know what you guys think about Abel Sanchez, Bernard Hopkins. Who got the better chance to beat Canelo? Any other fighters outside of this that's at 68 or below? Jamal, David, who else you got? Some people say Triple G, I'm Big Drummer, so I don't want to fight any of these, monkey boys, I don't want to fight Canelo to show him third time I can Big Drummer show him. I don't want to fight Andre Ward. No. I fight, Canelo, because, he ride me 2 times. I don't want to fight Benavidez. I don't want to fight Caleb Plant. I want to fight Mexican who had no feet, who don't punch hard, and get the bag. But yeah, appreciate y'all for checking in. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, query, sponsor, video request, all our social media links, description. Fast way to reach me, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you have a business question, query, sponsor, video request, on advertise your business on the channel, all the links there. Best way to donate, share the video, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. But you can find us at Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description, PayPal link in the description as well. Appreciate the love and support. We go.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking
right?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.